Custom databases are great on Football Manager 2024, and we're going to have a look at 3 different databases today that will all change things for Football Manager. We're going to do some Yorkshire Leagues, which is a new nation which has been created via a fantastic database that you can download in the description below. There's also a Scandinavian Super League database that you can try out as well, and an Ottoman Empire one, which is pretty massive, which all can be downloaded in the descriptions, in the links in the description down below. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe, and let's get straight into things. So if you want to download them, simple download link in the description. One of them has some graphics that you can install as well. I haven't done that for this video, but I'd recommend doing it if you're going to do a long-term save. And simply, you just drop the FMF file that you download into your editor data folder, and you are away at the races. Right, let's have a look at the first database, which is the Yorkshire League system. So the Yorkshire T Premier Division, we've simulated forward most of a full season, was won by Tadcaster Albion. So basically all of the non-league sides in Yorkshire, who are managed by Neil Warnock, they've taken over the Faroe Islands, if you're wondering what that flag is. Yorkshire basically is a new nation, and all of the non-league teams in Yorkshire have been dropped into that nation. And have been given a league structure. The league sides, for example, Leeds, Hull, Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday, etc., Bradford, are all still in the English system, but they will have youth intakes that have Yorkish players. Now, York are doing well in Europe, by the look of things. They've had quite a competitive qualification campaign, finishing 4th in their group with 2 wins, 3 draws. Well done, Neil Warnock, who is their York manager. Anyway, Tadcaster Albion have won the Yorkshire T Premier Division. Logo packs for the leagues are available. As I've mentioned, this is the database that has that. All of the different areas of Yorkshire have got their own little cups. There's the Yorkshire FA Trophy as well, which includes the big league sides as well from the area. So Bradford, Park Avenue have won the Creamery Cup. Tadcaster won the top division, so Hull have won the Yorkshire FA Trophy. So this is the big one that includes all of the big sides from around the area. So Middlesbrough in there, Leeds, Hull, Rotherham, Sheffield United, Barnsley, Halifax, Sheffield Wednesday, Bradford, all of those things. West Riding's Cup, Market Cup. There's lots of different cup competitions. It's quite well thought out, and that every team has got at least 1 or 2, if not 3 or 4, cup competitions to play in. So the Market Cup has got 4 sides in, for example. Basically, have a look through all of the different teams and see which cups they're in and see which ones you want to manage. If you want to manage in Yorkshire, we'll have a look there. So the North Ridings Cup for Pickering Town, for example. The league system is quite well structured as well. So 18 teams in the top flight and the second division, the Yorkshire League 1. Playoffs to go get promoted, as well as 2 automatic places. This league season obviously has just finished. The playoffs are about to happen. League 2, again 18 teams. League 3 has got 18 as well, I believe, as well as that playoff system. Yes, there we go, 18 teams. No relegation into unplayable leagues. This is all of the teams that have been added into the game from Yorkshire. Simple, really. Lots of different cup competitions, as we mentioned. Lots of things for you to win. I'd recommend giving this game, this database, a bit of a look around, if not a good playthrough as well. Plenty of smaller Yorkshire-based teams. If you are from Yorkshire, I definitely recommend doing it. If you like Yorkshire Tea, I'd recommend doing it because the Premier Division is sponsored by Yorkshire Tea, and I do love a good cup of Yorkshire Tea. It's the best tea bags around, in my opinion, obviously. So there we go. Tadcaster have won the Yorkshire Tea Premier Division. Lots of different leagues to look around at, loads of cup competitions, loads of great sides to play as in Yorkshire. I'd recommend it. See if Neil Warnock can get Yorkshire to the Euros. Next database, please. And the next database is the Scandinavian Super League, which basically takes all of the Scandinavian nations and groups them in Sweden in one massive competition. The Gold Liga is the top flight that has 20 teams, and there are some interesting structures further down the system as we go. So Nordsjælland won the first Scandinavian Superliga. They're Danish, obviously, but they're in Sweden now because that's where all of the Scandinavian teams are. So the Scandinavian Trophy is the cup competition, and there is also the Youth Trophy, which I'm not sure if it's, I don't think it's youth teams. It's basically over the winter break in January as a second cup competition as well. You can see there, finishes at the beginning of Feb. So there's a couple of competitions aside from the league. But the league structure itself is what I really like about this database. So obviously it's got all of the Scandinavian teams chucked in there. The Gold Liga is quite simple, 20 teams. The Silver Liga is 2 divisions, Silver Liga A and B, 10 teams, play each other in 4 times. That's pretty straightforward as well. You can see here, Silver Liga B. When you get to the 3rd tier, though, things are a little bit different. Oh, sorry, there's 3 teams. There are 3 divisions in the Silver Liga, not 2. Sorry. But when we get to the 3rd tier, this is where things start to get a little bit different. The Bronze Liga has got 25 teams for a 48-game season, and there's a Bronze Liga A and Bronze Liga B. So there's 2, obviously, if you can count A and B divisions in place for the Bronze Liga. But when you get to the Iron Liga in a second, we'll show you in a second, that gets quite crazy. So 48 games in a season is pretty massive as it is. But if you go down through the Bronze Ligas into the Iron Liga, it's a 50-team league with 49 games. And 10 teams get relegated. And 10 teams get promoted. That's quite ridiculous. But I like it. And the same in the Wood Liga as well. 5 teams go up in both Wood Liga divisions. No one goes down because that's the bottom league. But 50 teams, you play each team once. You have a 49-game season, which is pretty daft. And there's a team... A team's scored 0 points. 0 points just there. See if you saw it. I saw it. Anyway, there's a couple of cup competitions. Pretty daft looking structures the further down you go, which I think is really great. It's a great little concept to have just one game against 49 other teams to sort out the league. It's just great. So Nordstrand have won this. I'd recommend this database. Have a look around it as well and have a good playthrough. Next up is the Ottoman Empire, which covers a massive array of nations and is obviously based in Turkey. So the first season has been won by a couple of Saudi teams, so they have got the unfair advantage of having loads and loads of money. So Al Ittihad have won the first Ottoman Empire top division, the 1 Liga. And you can see quite a few Saudi teams towards the top of that division, but there's teams as diverse as Salzburg, Shakhtar, obviously Turkish teams as well, like Galatasaray and Fenerbahce. They're all in the top flight. Trabzonspor, Partizan, Olympiacos. There's loads and loads of different teams. I don't think there's any cup competitions in this database at the moment. Maybe they'll get added in later iterations. So Red Star are in there, Rapid Vienna, Dynamo. Loads and loads of different nations all chucked in as parts of the former Ottoman Empire, and there's loads of different levels as well. So there's the 2 Liga here again, another 18 teams of varying levels and nations. 3 Liga, there's a 3rd place playoff. Does that mean so the 3rd place playoff for that'll be because there's groups, isn't there? Yeah, okay. And loads of teams get chucked into the playoffs there for promotion. 19 teams in each of those groups. The structure is pretty cool and covers, as I said, a vast scrape of Europe and Asia, all sitting in the Turkish league system now. As we go through, there's 4 Liga, and then beyond the 4 Liga, there's so many cool different little nations looking through. Just basically have a quick flick through. If you get your hands on the database and try it out as well, like all the other ones, simple to download and install. Follow the link in the description. Put the FMF file in the editor data folder. For the Yorkshire database that we touched on earlier, there's a graphics pack. I'd recommend installing that if you're going to do a long-term save. The bottom tier here in the Ottoman Empire has like 12 divisions, and then there is a cup competition as well, actually, which I wasn't sure whether there was, but that covers everything. And is that the Super Cup? I think that might be the Super Cup. Yes, it is. So you can see there are loads and loads of different league levels here for the Ottoman Empire. There's Paphos, who have won one of the many lower league divisions. There's 12 at the bottom tier, all the way up to the top tier. Loads and loads of different nations included in the Ottoman Empire. I'd give it a shot. Have a look around. It's well thought out once again, well implemented, and you can see if you are a Saudi team, you will have an advantage because you'll have loads of money and be able to basically buy your way to the Ottoman Empire title. Well done, you. Galatasaray still finished 3rd anyway, so they're a good side to give it a go with. Right, they are the 3 databases I'm recommending today. I'd recommend checking out any custom database. It will give you a unique look at a save game and should give you something fun to do aside from your regular save on Football Manager. If you've enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.